and welcome to Mystic Star Magic. I am beyond happy that you are here. Yes, we are finding out, are they still in love with you? And this is a highly voted, viewer selected reading. So I've actually, I wanted to do it differently. So each pile is a different love message deck, right? This one is The Love on the Brain by Gifted Soul 777. This is Painted Love by V Love and Tarot, or V Love and Crystals. We have my Soulmate Whispers Oracle, so this one's by me. And then we also have Love Confessions Cyber Edition by Marima Divine Starseed. So these are going to be your choices, and we're going to do the reading, and then we're going to get the messages. So this is exciting. Are they still in love with you? I mean, like, that's a big one. So this is like ex, somebody who you might be in separation from. Oh, like everybody you have questions about. So what I want you to do is, when we're doing the breathing, if you could think about this person, even just now as we talk about everything, just envision the person, connect to their energy. This is going to help a lot. So if you're new here, I do pick a cards. I do basically put all my reading choices, right? The reading choices for love readings and for fun general readings, and I put them up on the community tab, and you get to vote on whichever reading you like, which one you want me to create. So it's basically this works both ways. I love making readings that you like to read, to actually watch, and that excite you as much as they excite me. So that is the reason. And so if you want to also help support the channel, there's many ways. The easiest and the free one is to subscribe. It's like it just helps the channel a lot. If you want to donate, you can. I do have Cash App, and I do have PayPal. I also have an Etsy store where I have all my oracles. So if you feel compelled to help out the channel any way you want, even just like a thumbs up or a subscribe is like, wow, it makes the world of difference to me. So I truly appreciate all of you who do it. And yeah, these all you can find. This one you can find on making playing cards, and I'll put that in the description. This you can find on Etsy. You can also find this on Etsy, and you can find this on Etsy as well. Okay. And this is also a personal reading I can do for you as well. So if you want to book a personal reading, all the information is down below. Just basically my email, and you can contact me there. All right, enough of this. I hope you've connected really well with the other person's energy. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. I want you to connect to the person. Yes, yes, yes. And now as you exhale, I want you to choose whichever pile draws you to it. All right, let's do this. My friends from group 1, I'm very excited to find out if this person has love on the brain for you. So we're going to leave this for later. This is going to be our messages at the end. But I wanted to try something a little new. I want to see if we can I want to confirm that this is your pile. So we're going to use the charms with it. So whatever comes out, I'll try to channel all the messages. Also see if any of the initials show up or anything like that, or numbers that are important to you. So this is sort of just the confirmation for you. And then we'll go get into the tarot. All right, let's go ahead and see. So there's the person who group. It's person on group 1 smile. Are they in love with them? And also, could you give me confirmation for them that this is the power for them? Okay. So we have a lot. So this is going to be interesting. Okay. So boombox. So baby. And this is very much 80s, 90s. So maybe they're born in the 80s or the 90s. Boombox. So music or dancing might be important to them. We have Z. We have Y, those are important. We also have P, They might like photography, because we actually have photography twice. So they might really like to take pictures. I almost feel like you kind of are a pair, like, yeah, I sort of feel like they look at you as they have like these, like, you can actually see there's sort of little gems and everything. Well, I feel like this is more them. They might be more practical, while you maybe like to be a little bit fancier. We have March, so maybe they were born in March, or March is an important day. Knight of Wands, so somebody who's maybe a fire sign, or very flirty, fun. Let's see what other stuff. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow, it's kind of getting stuck there. Interesting. So we have these two kind of, if it fits, I sits. And so maybe they have a cat, or they sort of just, I almost feel like they fit in everywhere. Now, it's so funny because I feel like that's their energy, and then I feel like this might be your energy, which is more like calm, collected, and then you also, you have this in common. You can kind of fit in wherever you go. You can make do wherever you go. Maybe you might be a little more prickly, but what I'm saying here is sort of like, yeah, you're fine. You can make do wherever you are. You have this ability to thrive. That's a good one. Thrive wherever you are. Okay, we also have dream. So you see them in your dream possibly, and we also have a music confirmation again. Might also be like a third party energy here, because there's 3 notes there as well. With this, I feel like, yeah, like I said, you have this ability to thrive wherever you are. You have this way of just handling whatever comes your way. You can make do with what you have. Very important. And then we also have that, which is, okay, and then the numbers that are important here, we actually have 1 or 12. 12 is also important. Libra qualities, yeah, so maybe trying to find this balance. All right, so I think that's pretty good. So hopefully something in there kind of made you connect. Like it actually confirmed that, I think, a little bit. So let's find out, is the collective of group 1's person, are they in love? They're still in love with the collective of group 1. Are they still in love with the collective of group 1? They're still in love with the collective of group 1. Are they still in love with the collective of group 1? Are they still in love with the collective of group 1? Okay. Are they still in love with the collective of group 1? Oh, yeah, I would say yes. They're still very much, yeah, very much in love with you here. You can actually, I already told, I was like aware of this. I'm just going to confirm this right here with the lovers. And person energy is there. But I felt it, even I was thinking with the Ace of Swords, and even with this Ace of Pentacles, there's like, yeah, I could feel that they were like, they're still in love with you. They're thinking about you almost all the time. Ace of Swords. Those sense of things they also want to like offer you. Like this is sort of like this they want to offer you something substantial here. I really like this. Okay, but this is really the foremost thought in their head. I think this is where they're feeling, this is what they want. But they're not there. It's always, well, of course, if you were there together, it would already be, right? That's right. So 2 of Pentacles, I feel like they're sort of feeling adrift a little bit. They're also trying to find like their equilibrium. They still haven't found it. They still have a lot of worries. I feel like they feel like a lot. I feel like look, you have 2 aces, right? 2 beginnings, but then you also have these 2 of it's actually like 1, 2, and this is 3. Wow. So you can actually see that they're being pulled in different directions. I feel like, yes, they haven't found that balance yet. I almost feel like they worry also about like money, maybe just because that's over here, but then there's also the moon. Money might be something that they worry about, but I feel like in general they do worry a lot. I do feel like a lot, like I feel like there possibly is somebody else who's like giving them bad, how do I say it, like poisoning the well, if you will, like giving them like negative, like they just have this, like I feel like if maybe even a manipulative energy here that this like says bad things, and maybe about you or about them, like makes them doubt themselves often. That's the thing I have to say. There is this Empress energy, and I feel like that's how they feel about you. They're very much attracted to you, and they do think of you as like the Empress, which is pretty strong there. My little buddy, what's going on? Yeah, you're saying hello. I'm saying yes. Oh yes, they definitely are. They still love you, just because my little buddy's coming here and talking to me. Let's see. I actually want to see what this Empress energy is doing here, because I want to know if it's, yeah, I feel like there's an abandonment here. Yep, left behind. Somebody they care about a lot about you. Okay, Two of Swords. What's this Two of Swords doing here? The Star. I'm hoping I don't get in trouble for certain. No, it's not too needy. What is this Two of Pentacles doing here? Oh, the Empress. Oh my goodness. Do you see this? Wow. What is this Ace of Swords doing here? Seven of Cups. And what is this Ace of Pentacles doing here? 5 Ego. Okay. I still want to see this Ace of, and the Fool in the beginning. Yeah. So let's look at this. I'm gonna say yes. Well, we know that yes, love right there. The Lovers. I'm just leaving by itself because that's sort of what I actually wanted that as a very good, strong confirmation, and it is. But what I'm seeing here is that they have the choice here. They want to offer you like a new beginning with this Fool energy. But again, there's like, I do feel like there is an external source coming through here, but it's also, I feel like a part of them is their ego coming in the way as well. So they're battling with their own ego, with their own, what they think, like I'm right kind of attitude. So this is what's, I would say, blocking this coming forward proposal. There we have this Ace of Swords. There's this sense of, I do feel like they do think about you a lot. I do think that they do daydream about you, but I also feel like there's also a lot of like second guessing in many ways, like, oh, did I do the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? It's sort of like that is a strong thing. They sort of like wonder if they took the right, they made the right choice. Wow, what's going on? You're so vocal today. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, look at that. And it's being clarified with the Empress. The Empress does represent, yeah, so I feel like that's your energy. But the question here for me is there like, well, we do think that there is a third party. So is there like, are they having more than one person? And that's why they're trying to find this, balance it out. I'm not saying that like you, I'm not saying, oh, they don't like, no, they're still in love with you, but there is another, it feels like another person here, especially because that's sort of the disbalance here. Like there's an imbalance here. Now the Star is very fascinating to me, that it's sort of trying to the Two of Swords. So they have to come up with a choice. You can kind of see that there is this choice between you. This is sort of your energy. This is sort of like the other person's energy, possibly. And so I feel like there's a need for healing. There's a need for them to I would say self-love first come here too. Because I feel like they're being guided towards you, right? I feel that there's being guided towards you there. But like I said, it's like I feel like there's interference of some kind. Like somebody keeps making them doubt this. I don't know. But the Star for me is sort of like they have to start listening to themselves. They have to in many ways, even before they even choose you or this other person, or like whatever this is, there's a need for them to find their own like voice first, I would say. Yeah. So I do feel like this Empress energy with the fire energy, because yeah, something happened, not together anymore. There's a sense of abandonment there. Wow. Yeah, that's well, but it is like they do feel, they do, like they still have feelings for you. Yes, they do. All right, let's see what other stuff. So is the collective of group one person still in love with them? Is the collective of group one person still in love with them? Surrender. Is the collective of group one person still in love with them? Harmony. Okay. Is the group person still in love with them? Freedom, guardian angel, and I need just one more. Reflection. Okay. So I'm saying here there is a sense, again, sort of like, and it falls perfectly here with this freedom with you here. I almost feel like they feel like they had to let you go. There's a sense of releasing you, in a way, not because they didn't care, but because they did. A guardian angel for me is looking out for them, especially because, like I said, they feel like there's other interferences, but their own guardian angel is trying to get them this healing, the star energy. Reflection is coming through here with this Two of Pentacles. It's sort of like, I just can't say how, it's like they feel so unbalanced. They feel like, they really do feel adrift. They're like, I don't know, did I, because I'm assuming this, they must have chosen this Empress. Was I right? Did I do the right thing here? I was like, again, it's sort of like they're trying to find this balance within themselves, and it's not really coming through. This harmony, it reminds me a lot of like how there's music involved here. There's a sense of wanting harmony. I feel like their heart is pulling them one way, their mind is pulling them another, and then added to that, another energy like interference is pulling them. Perfect, yeah. And like somebody else or external forces are pulling them another way. So I feel like they're quite confused about this, because they're like, I'm trying to find this like clarity, this single-mindedness of like, again, too many choices, like, but it's again, it's sort of like people are putting in their 2 cents about this. You do have the surrender card here. And so the surrender for me is like we're surrendering to this transformation, but it's also surrendering the ego a lot. Yeah, that's what I feel like. It's a need for them to surrender their own ego, and then allow themselves to have this a really new beginning coming through here. What's going on, sir? What is going on, my little friend? Let's see, is the person, the collective of group one person, still in love with them? Romantic feelings, yep, look at that. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Yep, romantic feelings. Honeymoon, so enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. True love, wow. That is amazing. So yeah. Forgiving and learning, yes, yes, yes. Okay, and one more. It's like, is this person heart-to-heart conversation? Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And I feel like that's something they need to do. Like, I think you're explicit in terms of like your emotions and feelings. They need to be honest with them, like with their own selves. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And I feel like I really do feel like somebody kept pulling strings, and so they were like, oh, is this worth exploring? They weren't really there, but they did feel like this was like a bliss. It was like enjoying. They loved spending time together with you. I think that was like something felt very much like, oh my goodness. And this, yeah, look at this, true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. But here again, it's sort of like we have it, especially under the stars, like you have to release and heal. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. And so it really is a need for healing. Here it's there. This is where they are at. They really do need to heal, and so for to move forward, I think that's important. So heart-to-heart conversation, honestly discuss your feelings for each other. Yes, and being honest too with what worked and what didn't. Like, what was it? Why didn't it fully pick up? Like, there's like I think one of the major things that makes connections and relationships fall apart is that there's the lack of communication and lots of misunderstandings, as I like to call it. Like, there's and that's because we assume that somebody can see the same things that we do. And so if we can explain things and then come from a place of like, I think that of being open to understand what they're saying to you and you understanding them, I think that would be good. So let's get into your message. So you actually chose the love on the brain. And this one's good. For some reason, that one wanted to be upside down. Everybody else wasn't. But yes, love on the brain. Let's see. What messages does this person have for them? Okay, to confirm, are they still in love with you? Okay, so they are sorry about something. That's not the one that came through. Ooh, sorry, my friend. Oh, okay. You understand me like no one, no other. Okay, so there is a sense of understanding. Let's move on to the next phase. I could see that. I could see that. You're my soulmate. And how beautiful is that? I really do like this. Let's see. I'm keeping my options open. And I feel like they might do that, but not because of you, but rather because of their own ego. And I feel like it has a lot to do with they're not trusting. They just, I would say something from the past makes them not trust easily. You're my everything. Yeah, you are. That's what I really do feel like I can. This is a pretty clear cut. Yes, they're still in love with you. Nature has run its course. Yes. And so, and for me, it's sort of like nature has this is sort of them taking their hands off the wheel. They're like, no, whatever happened, happened because, nature took its course. But I feel like that's also like them in this ambivalence, if you will. That's what I say. One more message. I choose. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. I'm like, oh my goodness. I love that. And I love you. Yeah, like I can tell right there. It's sort of just all this is more confirmation. But yeah, they still 100%. They're still in love with you. So, yay. What are they going to do about it? Maybe that's another reading we'll do. Let me know if you actually do want me to do that reading. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I feel so honored I was able to do this reading. I really like this energy. It made me giddy and happy. So thank you so much for sharing this with me. I hope you like it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and please do consider subscribing and go check out the community tab. There's a lot of cool information. You can even vote on the readings that I record for you. And you also go in there and there should be a subscriber personal reading giveaway. Go ahead and enter. There's not many people enter, so your chances are high. So thank you for being here. Oh, I'm sending you a giant hug until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, my friends from group 2. So we're going to find out if they're still in love with you. So you chose this beautiful deck, the Painted Love Oracle by Be Love and Tarot, Be Love and Crystals. But we're doing something a little different. I'm going to use my charms to have initials or sort of things that would confirm that this is definitely your pile. So let's go do it. Sorry if it's loud. I apologize. I do want to get a good chunk of, oh wow, there's a whole lot. Okay. Oh wow, lots of stuff. It's totally different from each person. Okay, so this one felt especially far away, so it was highlight to me. And so that's E is important. So E, J. You also have, I'm gonna say the tornado. So I feel like Maybe there was a lot of whirlwind, like a whirlwind of romance, if you will, or like a lot of drama with this one. We also have like 2 keys. Wow, you have 2 keys, right? I think, yeah. So there's like a lot of, so I think there's needs to be unlocking in terms of this connection. There's a communication unlocking, so we need that to open the heart. So there's communication and also a need for self-love. And so it might be them that needs it, or it might be you who needs a little bit of that. We also have Z. I want to say this one seems like either an M or a W. There's E. There's O. Oh wow, you have 2 Eiffel Towers too. We also have K. And then we have U. So yeah, like I said, you have 2 Eiffel Towers. So maybe you wanted to go to Paris, France. Either that, or you were both kind of like, I almost want to say more like independent, 2 individuals, like sort of isolated, if you will, but together somehow, like you kind of made sense together. There's a sense here, this is both fast and also like at the same time slow. We have the car, which is fast moving. We could also like think about it as like a chariot, so motion forward. Then we also have the bicycle. So it's either that we need to find balance, or they liked to bike. That could be something too. So both fast and slow. Maybe sometimes you went really fast, sometimes it went too slow. Like I do feel like it feels like a roller coaster, if you will. There's again a missing puzzle piece. So something is missing. I can tell that it was, I feel like something was kept secret with this little kitty cat here. Like to me, it's always like the Cheshire cat of being like ultra quiet. We do have something, so maybe there was something like it could have ended. Well, it makes sense, but it also could have been there was toxic energy coming through here. For some of you, maybe this person has I was gonna say like metal, or like maybe they like pirates for some reason, but it's sort of like, or maybe they're dressed up like a pirate one time in Halloween. Really specific, sorry about that, but that just I see somebody dressed as a pirate, and so I'm just gonna go with that. I'm gonna almost maybe they ride motorcycles too, I don't know. But I would, oh yeah, but I don't actually have, and that would make sense kind of with this, with the car and the bike, and sort of like that's what they get around, motorcycles. Yeah. Also I have the carriage, so for some of you it's sort of like a fairy tale, but for me it's sort of and again lots of motion forward. I almost feel like maybe you were looking at it more fairy tale and they were a little more practical. I don't know if that makes sense, but what I'm saying is sort of like, I don't know if it is, but it also for me it's sort of like 12 midnight, you still had to like, the pumpkin was going to be turning into something, but there is potential here for more things. We do have, there's a sense of longing. This feels like you, more like it, like you're kind of longing, waiting for them. There's also maybe kids were involved in here, but it feels more like you're kind of looking out, longing for them in a sense. See, I'm sort of like trying to feel this. Oh, yeah, nourishment, milk. Yep, nourishment, wanting to be comforted a lot. Safety pin, maybe babies have to do with this, but I also feel like when they weren't, like, if I could see, okay, that's it. If they didn't feel safe, if they didn't feel secure, they would poke. Just because I really do feel like sort of like it was just a defense mechanism, if you will. Transformation. There's sort of like, here we have the butterfly, but it was upside down. I would say like they're avoiding some sort of transformation, avoiding. I don't think they want to change. Sort of what I'm saying here. Love this little boba tea. And this was a gift from Gifted Soul 777. Again, there's a sense of nourishment in drinks. Like we have milk, we have the bubble tea. It's sort of like, maybe they also like to drink a lot, but to me, it also seems like there's a need for nourishment. Yeah, like I feel like they didn't get enough, like, I would say, attention or love, maybe. And so they really need it. They're still craving that nourishment, that love coming through here. For some of you, yes, guitar, they might be in a band. They like I said, they maybe like metal. They like rock, hardcore, punk. But it sort of seems like, and I also feel like they were kind of loud. Their energy feels a bit rowdy, but not in a bad way. It's just, like I said, this is sort of like a roller coaster, if you will. But I do feel like too independent, like you're strong too, is what I'm seeing. So I feel like this person's strong, but so are you. So that's what I'm like, yeah. But there's I almost feel like, okay, so I feel like there is a reflection here in terms of like, you're very strong, but there's a very soft core, like a softness to you. Also like this childlike expectation, and I feel like they do too. They have like I almost feel like a tough exterior in a way, or like in where they make it hard for people to come in, but they're also quite like gentle a little bit inside as well, and they don't want people to notice. So we're gonna go ahead and see what it is. Are they still in love? Is the collective of group two's person still in love with them? Is the collective of group two's person still in love with them? Is the collective of group two's person still in love with them? Is the collective of group two's person still in love with them? Is the collective of group two's person still in love with them? Okay. This actually is like, this in particular feels like I have to shuffle more. Is the collective of group two's person still in love with them? Gonna like, and they're still like, oof, yeah. I'm gonna clarify, but this sort of feels like, I want to say there's emotions. I do want to say, like, I don't want to explicitly say that love is there, but I feel like there is. I do feel like this person really keeps it in the like tight lips, type heart. 9 of Wands, to see how they have to put this. They put like the wall. Like I can tell that this is the type of person they are. But here, this is more where I'm seeing their honest truth here. They also feel like again, like this is why I'm saying, I don't know if it's love, but it's definitely intense emotions and lots of feelings here. The Moon, I feel like they are feeling overwhelmed with this. And instead of dealing with it, they put up walls. This is the most honest expression here. It's sort of like, yes, I think they think about you. I think this is sort of how they feel like they think about you. Like they have this memories of you, and it helps them heal. It helps them through tough times. I do also feel like this is also great. Like you can actually tell here with this Judgment. And look, we even have the star, the moon, and then we go into the Judgment. There's some progress here. A part of them wants to be open. A part of them wants to come forward. A part of them wants to like, I almost feel like reach out. It was like, that's what it is. But there's this is the other part. This is and this is what you see. 7 of Swords, almost like hidden, not acknowledging emotions, sort of like almost like go in and out of your life maybe. For some of you, I feel like they do check on you every so often, but they don't ever want anybody to know that they care. They worry. There's a sense of 5 of Wands. There's conflict within themselves. They feel like they have to. There's conflict. I feel like also here. I feel like they might even like to start fights or like arguments. Again, sort of to keep themselves protected. This person has a big I would say like porcupine needles a little bit, trying to keep themselves safe. And it's interesting because the porcupine can be very, like, it's a gentle animal, but it uses the quills to defend itself. 5 of Wands. What is this 5 of Wands doing here? 6 of Cups. Lots of memories, nostalgia. They battle with themselves over this. Oof, yeah, they do. I do want to see this. Actually, we'll go one by one. Okay, so what is the 7 of Swords doing here? Temperance, divine timing, balancing, alchemy. Interesting. What is the 7 of Swords doing here? Knight of Wands. Okay. What is this Judgment card doing here? Right. Okay. Oops. What is the Star doing here? 7 of Wands. What is this Moon doing here? The World. Okay. What is this 9 of Wands doing here? It's interesting. King of Coins, but in reverse. And it just came in that reverse. Okay. Whew. So they have a lot of conflicts within themselves about this connection. I would say they miss you. Like they think about you, they miss you. There's a sense here of like, what I'm seeing here is that they want something with this Temperance. It's sort of like, this is a card for patience, so it thinks it's a bit slower. And then here we have the Knight of Wands. So I feel like they play off the Knight of Wands. They play off like flirty, moving forward, fast moving, but there's a sense of them, as a part of them that is actually like thinking at the long term. That's what I'm like. They hide behind this exterior of the Knight of Wands. With this Judgment card here, it's sort of like, I'm gonna say this. Almost they want to forgive this, and I feel like this isn't like, yeah, they might have like left you, and this could be you, but it really feels like them. It feels like they themselves have been like, they really feel this. Like, I feel abandonment. They felt something like in their past made them feel neglected in some way, and so this is something that they're working towards. They're trying to, be able to move forward, because that, I feel like they want to level up. They want to break free from this 5 of Pentacles, but they haven't been able to. Why? Because they have this I really do feel like it's a lot to do with the ego. It's also a sense of like they play this role for self-preservation, and I can see it here again with this Star energy here. Like, this is the longing, this is you, this is the longing, then looking at the Star here. But they still, they have this 7 of Wands energy. They defend this. They almost like, I almost feel like there's a special part of their heart that's just dedicated to you. And so even if somebody like, even if they're having new people in their life, right? New partners and then new connections and stuff, there's a special, a special place in their heart for you that nobody's allowed to go through. But there's also another thing, but at the same time, they don't ever really acknowledge, like, they don't want to they don't want to acknowledge this as well. Like, they complicated. And so we have the Moon energy here with the World. There's sort of like an ending. It's funny because this also feels kind of like a little bit of Empress, but I feel like they don't want to see something. Like, they really are blocking seeing this, seeing. I feel like seeing like really feeling their emotions, like really acknowledging the depth of their, like, I would say, affection. For me, it's kind of love, but I'm not. I'm like, they just might not be like, they might not say it, but this feels love. Like, I'm like, whew, intense. And then we have like this 9 of Wands again, like sort of like a determination not to let people in. Like, they have this wall up. They're like, nope. Like, and I feel like the same way about you, though. Like I said, I feel like very much mirror energies here. And so it's interesting to me because then it's being clarified with the King of Coins in reverse. And so the King of, like, whenever I see a reverse, it's like the card could have been this way, but there's something blocking them. and it's their own defense here. They could be like, I feel like they play off this Knight of Wands, but really they're the King of Coins, King of Pentacles, like something substantial. Like, but they won't. It's sort of like I feel like they sabotage themselves a lot. They keep like, but it's everything is all connected to them trying to keep themselves safe. Like, why are you doing that? Because that's the only way I can feel safe. And so for me, this, like, you can see the emotions are there though. Like, I would say love is there, but oof, they're quite stubborn. Let's see, is the collective of group two's person in love with them? Intention, wisdom, thought. Yeah, they think about you. I really do think they think about you often. Gentleness. And grace. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is their intention here is this Ace of Cups. There's the intention. Giving, and it may make sense with this Temperance card. There's something that they want. And sort of like, and I do feel like they do connect to you in your dreams. But they also think of you as very wise. But there is a sense here of their mind kind of tells them, like, I almost want to say, like, their brain keeps telling them, like, well, it's sort of like the more you want something, the more like it'll hurt you, or like the more you want something, the less likely you are to have it. Somehow, I really, like, they have a warp sense of being, like, their thoughts, it's such a, I feel like they sabotage themselves so much. I feel like maybe they don't think that they can't compare to you in some way. There's a sense, again, they do think about you. Like, they think about you all the time. They kind of almost feels like the picture that they see you, like this beautiful picture. And they also see you, this gentleness. And so I want you to see something. This is falling on the star. Like I said, you have a very special place in her heart. They have a special place where, look how they see you. They see you as this gentle person. Like, they even, like, if you actually see her, it's almost like they can see you getting married to you. But they don't feel like they're worthy. Like I said, it's not even that they're not, it's sort of like they're afraid of trusting all connections and all relationships hurt. And there's a sense of grace here. Ooh. And this grace is actually, for me, very, like, they're very attracted to you. Oof, they are. Like, oh my goodness. Let's see. Are they still in love? Retreat. Yep. So they retreated. Time to disconnect from the world. I feel like they pull away, not just from you, but they pull away from the world. They like I said, but I think you do too. Love yourself first. That's important. Yeah, your self-respect makes you more romantically attracted, and that's sort of what I think. They have to learn how to have that, like, loving themselves first, because they don't have it at all. They may have bravado. They may have, like, yeah, confidence, but it's really, it feels like it's a hollow confidence. You also have attraction. So you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. There's a sense of attraction. You keep pulling them back. You keep pulling them. Like, I think, to me, it feels like love, but, you know, who am I to say this? But I do feel like it is. Unrequited love. Okay. There's not enough attraction and chemistry to keep this relationship going. And I don't think that's true. This is the card that they played. This is what I'm seeing here. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, this is like, I'm not attracted to you. And I feel like that's the sort of the wall they put up there. Like, nope. But I don't feel like, and new love, it is, okay, new love. So new love, new person has their new romantic feelings. Maybe there is new love for you as well. But what I'm seeing here is that it's, I don't know why, this just feels false to me. And then this new love comes in here. Then maybe for some of you, yes, there is a new love coming through here, and it makes sense too. But it's almost like they push you towards something new, towards a new person. Like, don't rely on me. Don't rely on me. Move forward, even though I think that hurts them. And then we have this. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. And this is, I feel like, a message for them. They need to understand that it's safe for them to love. And they're not there yet, though. I'm like, nope. I wish they were. That would be cool, but they're not. Let's see what messages we can get for you. Oh, that just flew off right off. I'm done with broken promises. Okay, wow. And that's looking, look at that, the black right there, yeah. And I don't think it's broken promises that you gave them. I think it's broken promises from past people and also from themselves. See, prove to me your love is true. And see, oh, they're already, look at that. Like, if you actually see, this is all very much defensive energy, even the way they're speaking. Oh, and this is the truth. I will always love you no matter what. And see, I always think that they will. Like, I think you have a special spot for them. Like they have a special spot for you in their heart there. But I want you to see something. I'm done with broken promises. Prove to me your love is true. So it's sort of like, they're very much in the like, you have to prove to me that you love me. You have to see this. I won't make the same mistakes twice. I won't be hurt again. I'm done with people who promise things and they don't come true. You have to prove to me that you love me. Again, very much, do you see how, even though if they're like, there's a sense of lack of confidence here. I want you to know how far my love will go. And if my love for you will go so far as to push you away so that you can have, you can go off with somebody else. But which is interesting, you go off with somebody else and they'll say, oh, you see, she didn't really, or he didn't really love me. No, you push somebody away. My feelings for you will never change. Yeah, this is like a very frustrating person. What are you doing? You're nothing but trouble. Look at that. Yes, you're nothing but trouble. And even like, why are you putting me through this pain? Wow. I'm kind of surprised. I know you better than I know myself, than yourself. Yep. And it's sort of like, it's been so long since I felt this way. Oh, this guy or girl has a lot of lots of issues. And there's like chemistry here. Look at that. Let me give me one last thing to just kind of wrap it all up. It's like, ooh. And then we see they told me I was lucky to have someone like you. This energy feels like they still love you. They just won't admit it because, again, I feel like there's a lot of ego here, but it's also like a lot of self-doubt from this person. Like, I feel like they have these walls that just don't want to come down because they were hurt once and they don't trust. So it would be like, it would take a lot. But you have, like I said, you broke through their, at least a good chunk of their barriers. And I think that each barrier that you went through, the more they receded into themselves because it was very scary. So I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and please do consider subscribing. Also, go check out the community tab and vote for which readings you want me to do. And also, while you're there, enter for the personal reading giveaway for subscribers. And yeah, because not a lot of people enter, so you have a high chance of getting it. So go there. All right. Thank you so much. I feel honored that I was able to read your cards. And until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, my my dear friends from group 3. So you chose this beautiful deck, which is made by me. This is the Soulmate Whispers, and so I love that you chose this. Thank you. So we're gonna actually put this to the side, and we're gonna try something new. We're gonna use the charms to as confirmation. So we're gonna look for different maybe initials or different specific numbers or things like that to confirm that this is your pile for you. So excuse me while I move the charms around. I hope it doesn't bother you too much. Okay. And there's interesting. We have pizza, so they might like pizza. I actually consider it as pizza movie night, so I would say maybe they started off like friends, and maybe became more. We have N or Z. N or Z. We have E. Oh, let's see. Butterflies, so some sort of transformation maybe coming through, or they like butterflies. They both, maybe they believe in the butterfly effect. I don't know why that came through, but that might be something for you. We have O, so Zoe. I don't know. Confirmation that it's you though. Ninja, they might like ninja, or they might be very silent. But I almost feel like they have a sharp tongue too, or can be very smart. In terms of they're good at quick comebacks. And they're very analytical too. I almost feel like that's another thing. They might even have though they keep maybe things inside, but I feel like they do think a lot of different things. We do have the sheep. I almost feel like for some of you, this is funny because I feel like they like to protect. They protect those they feel are they're gentle to those they feel like, for example, animals, kids, people who need defending. I feel like they stand up and defend for them. I have the heel here, so it might be because this is the Cinderella heel, so they might think that you're the one. There's also a sense of they have a thing for shoes, somebody in high heels. There's an attraction there. They say I love art, so maybe they love art. They're artists in some way. They love painting. They like to go to museums. Maybe they might be artists themselves. It's interesting because the little clam is it was upside down for me, and it's sort of I feel like they want to give, there's an openness to them, but I also feel like they don't feel like there's enough. Somehow that's what it is. And so it's interesting. We have the pirate, so it could be an ending of some kind. Let's see what else. For some of you, I feel like they might have some sort of bad addictions, I guess. For some of you, that is. I almost feel like I also feel like they really do want to prevent others from going through danger of some kind. They rather put themselves in danger than let others do that. Interesting to me. This is well fallen out. We also have lion, might be something to do with somebody who's a Leo. Their name might be with L-O-N. Interesting. There's not that many numbers here, I guess. And we have the safety pin. This, I actually feel like it's sort of coming together. I almost feel like instead of fixing something, they just kind of put something together. How do I say it? They have this practicality to them that if they don't know something, they can kind of find ways. They'll fix something. If they can't fix it, they'll use duct tape or sort of they're handy, but if they can't get it done, they're practical. I hope that makes sense. All right, let's see. is this person, is the collective of group three's person, are they still in love with the collective of group three? I'm gonna shuffle. What is the collective? This person, collective group three's person, still in love with them. Swords, Hierophant. Those Five of Pentacles. Ooh. Okay. These all just came together. So, okay. Interesting to me. Four of Pentacles wanted to come out. So I'm gonna actually like. It's interesting. Because I feel like when I'm looking at why I'm laughing, it's because there's more here than I wanted to get, but it's okay. So there's some strong emotions, I would say, here. And I'm actually sort of almost like thinking this is clarifying each one. And so I'm not. So there was a walking away here with the Six of Swords. There was something, again, I feel like to preserve almost like their heart here. I would say they might have walked away trying to like preserve their heart. I mean, you can even say here, it's a sense here of like having to walk away, leaving something behind. This is interesting because we have the Hierophant moving towards something, Knight of Swords. Three of Swords energy. I'm sorry, I am actually using them to clarify. So this doesn't make sense, but this it sort of is how I think it will be. So I'm gonna say, how do I say this? Okay. I think they do have feelings, right? I do think that they have feelings here for you with the King of Cups. But for me, I'm using it to clarify the Five of Pentacles. And so this, the Three of Swords and with the Justice card, it's sort of, for me, it's sort of like, because a part of me wants to say that they moved on before their feelings could get stronger. Like, again, they feel like they closed themselves off. The Four of Pentacles, like the Six of Swords being clarified by the Four of Pentacles, they closed off. They're like, oh, I almost feel like they moved away from something. Maybe possibly for some of you, are considering getting married. But it feels like they had to, like they ran away from this Hierophant. They ran away from what they thought would make them happy. Like there's a sense of running away. And so it's interesting to me because it's sort of like, again, and with the Hierophant, I have two different versions of this. I'm sorry. But with this Justice card with the Hierophant there, it's also almost like they ran away, they cut and dry before this, like, but I feel like they're hurt. They still hurt themselves. They still have this painful Three of Swords energy here. And felt abandonment with this Five of Pentacles because they, again, felt stronger than they did. The Six of Wands lets me know that it almost makes it feel like, yes, they portray themselves as being very confident. They portray themselves as like, no, it was a victory. This was good for me. Moving away was the best thing I ever did, but it doesn't feel like that is the truth at all. And so for some of you, I feel like this is the other thing. I feel like there's a sense here too of like, for some of you, they're married or were married. Something where with the Hierophant with the Justice here, but I feel like So it almost feels like they had to end it because like they were committed with somebody else, right? And so they were committed with somebody else. They were almost like with somebody else, but thinking about you. And it was hurting them. It feels like there was a lot of pain. Their emotions are a lot stronger. They felt like they might have left you abandoned, but their feelings are there. Okay. And so again, but this for me, it's actually like they're playing at winning, like they're playing at something. Somehow this just doesn't seem like it's a thing here. The Empress, though, there for some of you, they might their significant others might have been with, like pregnant or with, had to do with family. They had to, I almost feel like, leave so that they can be. Yeah, that makes it's like very specific, and I feel like the emotions are strong there. Their heart still hurts. There's like, that's what I'm seeing. I'm like, there's still pain, but they're moving on. That's also too something else. They are moving on. They're moving forward, even if it hurts them. Do they still love you? I think they still love you, but they are trying to move away from it. Yeah? They're like I said, I feel like they're very much something about like connecting here. I feel like it scared their heart. This is fascinating. Okay. Is the collective of group 3 still listening? Collective of group 3 person still in love with them? Dreams, okay. Healing, yeah, okay. Let's see. A collective of group. Release, yeah. And I think there's a sense of protection, yeah. So, and there's a sense of peace here. Yeah, so what I'm seeing here is, this is convoluted a little bit, sorry. They do, I want to say they listen to news about you. They put out, like they want to know about you. They are connected to you in their dreams as well. There's a sense here of healing, but you see there's 2 choices. They had to choose. I really do feel like they had to choose, and they chose somebody else because they feels like they might have been already with this person. So, and they might also be with like they might have been, with kids or something to do with kids, because there's a sense here. So there's a sense here of healing. They had to choose. This is sort of like a cup here. And transforming. I almost feel like they had to, this healing was like, this connection was transformational for them. Again, they have this release. They had to let you go. It's the 5 of Pentacles. There's a sense of moving on. And even here, it just feels like they had to let you go. Yeah. Release. And then we have power. Sort of like, and in releasing, they might have discovered their own power, or you might have discovered your own power. Maybe this is you with this this wand's energy, confidence moving here. But it is like, what I'm seeing here to me is like, this is like possibly with the swans here, twin flame energy. There's a sense of protecting. Ooh, this is an intense one, but like I said, there's a sense of kids are important. As like what I'm seeing here is like, even if they have feelings for you, which I feel like they do they love you? I think they still do, but they are moving away from this. Why? Because I feel like they think that it's better for both of you. But like I said, you're still they're still connected here. They're still trying to see what's happening with you. They're still connected with you in your dreams, but they. It's one of those impossible situations, I feel like. And if they weren't with somebody, I know, but that feels very much like somebody else was there. Like they might have been married, or they had a very significant other that had to do, or they had kids with somebody else. This is like, oof, yeah, let go of control issues, let go of control issues. So allow the situation to unfold naturally. Okay. Then we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Some love like a collective of spirit worth waiting for. Wedding. Children. This really is. I'm like, yes, the children had to do something with them, like this. Yeah, this is like your love life is being affected by children. Children is a very prominent thing here. I also have the wedding here. This guy doesn't look so happy. This person's like, okay. There is a sense here though. Like I really like this is what I'm saying. Like this person's trying to move on. This and possibly, but there's still like I if you've ever read the myth of the red string of faith, where it's just like you're just connected with somebody through this string of like a red string. And so I feel like you're still connected. Does that make sense to you? Worth waiting for. It really reminds me. This divine timing is at work in your love life. So I feel like there's a sense of divine timing here. Whatever this was had to be that way. But keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from usual time and expectation. For some of you, you're like, you didn't want to be with somebody who's already with somebody else. That might be something. It's your soulmate. Sometimes that's what it is. And here, let go of control. Allow this. Yeah, this is sort of, I'm going to say like, I'm like, which is funny. I'm basically what I would say to you is that they still have feelings for you. Yeah, moving away, but I don't feel like they're moving away far. And I also would say I have a very strong belief in if things are meant to be, they will be. And I feel like this pertains to this particularly. Yeah, I could totally see that this has something possibly with like twin flame like energy here. I could see it. I could also see how complicated it is because it's not just you and this person. It's like it seems like there's a whole other story behind it. The emotions are there, but there are like I do feel like they are trying to move away. Yeah, but how far I don't know. Let's see what messages they can bring us though. The harder I push you away, the stronger my desire for you is. Yeah, and I feel like that's true because they are pushing you away. Please don't give up on us. And eventuality, I think that's something that they really worry that you cannot lose me because I'm always yours and you are always mine. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I feel your energy and love around me all the time. I may have never said it, but I felt that I love you. Yeah. See, because I can tell that they do have very strong feelings here, but they won't say it. And that's something that I find very fascinating. I'm manifesting us, but it takes time. You deserve to be treated better. The intensity of our connection had me running away. That's true, because I don't think they expected this. And I don't think you did either, but I don't think they expected this at all. I dream of you often. Yeah, I really do think that they dream of you very often indeed. Be on the lookout for signs from me. And so I do feel like you're always connected with them. So we have this, I miss the sound of your laughter and the pure joy it brought me. Oh, so romantic. Sorry, I'm such a wuss. Like, I love happy ever afters, but this doesn't seem like it is quite yet. But there's more. I feel like that's what okay. And then I keep replaying conversations that we had. So what I'm feeling here is that at surface level, there's this, but there's a lot of undercurrents. And that's the thing that I'm trying to, like, I just don't think it's over. And I know it, like, they're moving away. I can see it, right? Like, we can see it. But then there's this energy of me, but then there's still this, like I said, this red string of fate. right there. That kind of connects you. I don't know. Okay. I have the distance between us is torture, and I'm constantly saying things that remind me of you. Oh, you're my one and only. And so that's the thing, though. I like very strong. You can tell. This is like, but there's so much. There's much more to underneath the surface. So I'm gonna leave it there for you. But like you can tell, I'm like, oh, there's a lot of feelings here. I still feel like it hasn't, like this is not, I don't see basically this is not the ending. I feel like there's more to this story. So let me know. I'd love to hear about it. So thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate that you are here indeed. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing, and go check out the community tab and vote on which reading you want me to make for you. What reading do you want me to make for you? So that would be cool. And also, while you're there, go ahead and enter into the free personal reading giveaway for subscribers. Yeah, there's not that many entries, so your chances of winning are pretty high. So thank you again. I feel honored I was able to read your cards. And until I see you in the next one, bye, my dear friends. Hello, my friends from group 4. Okay, so you chose this awesome one. This is the Love Confession Cyber Edition by Melima Divine Starseed. But before we look into all of that, I want to use this as confirmation. So like look for initials, like different little like tidbits that connect you to this person. Sorry, there's a whole lot of stuff that came through. So you Little Miss Giggles, just giggling here. Little Miss Chatterbox, so maybe some of this reminds you. Little Miss Shine, and then Little Miss Trouble. So maybe they thought of you as any of those things. There's a missing puzzle. So something like, I feel like, oh, I see. You could have been a puzzle for them. They quite couldn't, like, they wanted to understand you, but they couldn't quite do that. You have X, that, or it could be 10. You have car, you have B, XB, maybe an X. You have witch. You might be a witch. You might like, maybe they like Harry Potter, or you like Harry Potter. Something to do with, like, witch and magical, maybe. We have the Tobin's Appreciation Club. Maybe they were friends. Could have also been a third party situation, but it seems like they were friends here as well. Maybe you like cats, or maybe they like cats. Well, this totally reminds me of a water sign, maybe. So like water sign. There's also, yeah, like a water sign here. The car. You went on a road trip with them, or like there was some sort of, like, they drove to you, something to do with like driving in motion. We also have this little guy. I feel like there's a sense of mystery here as well. So you're to them I feel like you're mysterious. You also seem like cats and animals seem to be something that you love, and like I said, you the witch in the little hat. So I feel like maybe for some of you tarot readers, witches, something, but all those things. I also feel like this B could actually be so it's like 10 or 8. Like the B for some reason is looking like an 8 to me as well. So hopefully that helps. Interesting. And so we're gonna leave that for later. Let's go see. See if those bottom of the deck was the Seven of Pentacles. That's gonna read this a little different than I did the other ones, and so the Nine of Swords is all the worries. Okay. There's definitely a walking away, so this is definitely like, there's a lot. Did you see how many, like, there's like 1, 2, 3, like four out of like the 7 is cup energy. Like they have a lot of in-depth, they have a lot of deep feelings, I guess. They have a lot of feelings. The Knight of Cups here with the little letter and romance and champagne. Definitely, we have the Page of Cups again with the sign of love. The Three of Cups, though, it does feel like third-party situation there. The Page of Pentacles is also interesting to me. And the Seven of Pentacles, to me, it's sort of like they're trying to manifest this, trying to grow this a little bit. The Nine of Swords, though. Let's clarify. It's funny. The Three of Cups seems to be something that is coming through here. Maybe they want to be friends. I don't know. Let's see. What is this page? Actually, we're going to start with this side. So what is this Page of Pentacles doing here? What is this Page of Pentacles doing here? What is this Page of Pentacles doing here? What is this Three of Cups 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 doing here? Cups doing here. What is this Three of Cups doing here? Because there's a Three of Cups here. What is this Eight of Cups doing here? What is this Eight of Cups doing here? What is this Knight of Cups doing here? What is this Knight of Cups doing here? Knight of Cups doing here. What is this Knight of Cups doing here? Okay, what is this Page of Cups doing here? Let's go like that. And what is this Eight of Cups doing here? That's sort of the Knight of Swords. I almost feel like, and then there's a lot of like, and then the Ten of Swords as well. Okay. Well, this is going to be an interesting one. All right. There's a lot of like page energy in this reading. We have the Page of Swords, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. We're just missing the Page of Wands. So there could be kids involved here. There's also like a lot of young energy. How do I like how like this doesn't feel like there was ability to, because there's no king, there's no like, it wasn't able to, like it doesn't feel like this was a relationship that moved higher, like moved more. Like it's just sort of like feelings here, but they didn't get to go to the next level, if that makes sense to you. But that doesn't mean the feelings weren't there. With this Temperance card, okay, I was wondering, because I was like, what is this? Like, there wasn't that many, like, there's not that many major arcana. And we have the Temperance and we have Death, and it's actually one following the next. So the Page of Cups is like actually the expressing of emotions, the expressing of feelings, it's sort of like being able to express your feelings. I feel like the Temperance here, it's sort of like, I wanna say that, well, actually when I saw this, originally I'm like seeing the pigs fly. It's sort of like when pigs fly, I'm like, yeah, there they are, they're flying. Sort of like, I wanna say that it's sort of like the belief wasn't there that they actually had feelings and emotions. Like this actually meant something, but it didn't show it. It was sort of like, it was like almost impossible for this to happen. Like that's what I feel like. or you felt, because this is sort of like, I feel like this is your energy here, that it couldn't possibly be that they actually care, or you know, like, I feel like you were always, like, you were offering your heart there. You had this temperance, you were patient in a way, wanting things, wanting to somehow, I almost want to say, like, mix, like, you wanted both the alchemy of you and this other person together. I feel like there's a sense of hopefulness here. And I feel like they felt something too. I'm going to say that because this is, for me, they're the Knight of Cups, right? The Knight of Cups here. That was like, they felt like this was you and this was them. So this might have happened when you're younger, and there was offering, there was something, but there was here, I feel like the emotions were there, but I feel like with this Four of Pentacles, that they're either, they didn't feel that they had this financial ability to actually like move this forward, or they were kind of what was I gonna say? They were afraid of something, of showing all their cards. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, I'm gonna shake it off. Oh, sorry. I have to unplug, saying that it's getting overheated. So there was it's sort of like they didn't want to show their hands. They didn't want to really, like, they wanted to have this offer, to actually say something, but a part of them just kind of held them back. I feel like that's what I'm seeing here. There's like, and so with this Eight of Cups, there was a walking away. Again, there feels like there was sadness there. It could have been like, I really do feel like there's a third party here, just because there's so many trees that did come out, like the Three of Cups, and then there's the Tobin appreciation. Maybe you were friends, like I said, but I feel like there's a sense here of, I also think like they kind of cut their loss here. The Ten of Swords could have been like past hurt from, not from this relationship, but from something else, that they rather move away from. I almost feel like they didn't give it a chance. They gave it a feel ahead of time, with this Eight of Cups, they have to walk away, because something, like they were already hurt in some aspect here, and then they felt like somebody else maybe collaborated better, or like there was again, like somebody else who they felt was more aligned with them. Knight of Swords. And so they took action here. This is actually, and this is interesting, because we have two different, we have their heart once was here for it, but their mind was saying, this is not good. They have to walk away. Their mind was, and I could tell you why this mind was there, because they're, even here, they're constant, even now, and this is the Nine of Swords energy. There's a lot of fear here. There's both fear and hopefulness. Hopefulness for the future to meet again, and then, but then there's the fear of like, oh my goodness, like, again, there's like, this person was afraid. I almost want to say they were afraid of you. They were afraid of this connection. And so instead of following their heart, they followed their head. They followed, and they allowed this worries to take over. They found, okay, like they went with somebody who they felt was more, I want to say compatible, even though for me, like, look, you're a Page of Cups and they're a Knight of Cups. There's a lot of compatibility there, but it didn't feel like I don't feel they trusted this. Again, maybe it was too good to be true. I don't know. We have the Three of Cups here, which again could be like friendship, but it feels like, to me, it's sort of like I keep saying, like somebody else, like a third party. Again, it sort of feels like they wanted something, and it's always the pentacles that keeps them there. It's sort of like their heart is telling them to go one way, and I feel like they felt strongly for you. their heart was telling them to go one way, but their practicality or their minds and worries were like, no, we have to, there's like, we need to find this balance. This is not like, we have to, I almost feel like grounding here with this, the Six of Pentacles. It's sort of like, you have to, in that one, I almost feel like we have to put others before ourselves, our own desires here. What is this Three of Cups doing here? What is this Three of Cups doing here? Yeah, the Hangman energy. And it was actually upside down. This is an interesting story to tell because it's sort of like the Hangman. So it's like seeing things in a different perspective, being enlightened, but not, it's just almost like refusing to see something. I almost want to say they refuse to see the value of you as well, because I think it's funny, I feel like they chose somebody else and they thought it was an equivalent, that it was the same, but it wasn't. And I feel like they did it too for altruistic reasons, which is weird. And so I feel like because the Hangman's still a hangman, even if this is like, right, you're still attached to it, something, refusing to see something that was right before them, and you actually see it with their closed eyes. Yeah. And so this Page of Pentacles, so maybe this is the other person, this is the other choice. Yep. Okay. That makes so much sense. Thank you. Because this was, I have to say, I was like, oh, this is like, but I could see, so they chose this. Instead of the Page of Cups, which is you, they chose the Page of Pentacles. So there was like some sort of ending though, and ending too. So either there was an ending to your connection and they got married, or this, even here, I feel like there's a sense of this also is possibly coming to an end. Not saying it lasted, I don't think it lasted that long either. I feel like the cards are being very spicy today in terms of your reading. But then we have the Nine of Swords with the Three of Pentacles. You have longing for something, but at the same time fearful that it cannot come true. And then the Page of Swords. Again, they're sort of like they're trying to grow something here. There's like a lot of like patience there. I almost feel like they're putting effort here for you. The Page of Swords, though, is interesting for me because I feel like they have to express some sort of truth here. Like they came to a sense of clarity that needed to come through here. Wow, this is perfect for like, this would be a perfect reading for like a third-party situation. But I do want to see, because I feel like I'm like, do they still have, like, they still have feelings for you. They're like telling me the story, but are they still in love? That's the thing, though. Okay, let's. I feel like they are, or at least there's a lot of regret here as well. What is this actually? What is the Seven of Pentacles doing here? The Hermit. Okay, the Hermit there. Yeah. So again, it seems like they're going, like they're trying to heal this. They're trying to like do something here. They're trying to grow. For me, a connection here. But with this Page of Swords, truth, but they're not saying anything right now. Going in within themselves. I want to see, since I feel like this are the two. Tell me more about this Page of Cups. And like one more about this Page of Cups. Oh, sorry. Tell me more about this Page of Cups. What is this Page of Cups doing here? What is this Page of Cups doing here? What is this Page of Cups doing here? Okay, let me shuffle. Sorry. Sorry, this is gonna go. Like, I just am curious because this is a very interesting thing. Yeah, so like I said, there is a sense of like nostalgia there, love, wanting to give the cup, not, but there's like a Tower moment happen. Yeah, I feel like the Tower did happen. What is this Page of Pentacles doing here? sort of like, I don't know, it's like a Page of Pentacles. Like I want to really, really what I want to do is actually do a reading on all of this, and see like, so interesting, because then you have the Page of, you can't see it, but it's the Page of Cups comes through here as well. So I feel like I'm going to say something here, which maybe whether you understand. I feel like this person may have chosen somebody else, but their heart still belongs to you. And this is why I'm going to say this, because it started off with the Page of Cups, and it still ends with the Page of Cups. Like, even if this whole thing, like, even if they, like I said, they walked away from you. They walked away from you I feel like they followed their like, the Knight of Swords. They didn't want to acknowledge their feelings for you. They moved on instead and went with their like thoughts, because I feel like they were afraid of things. And so even though this is it, I feel like they chose the Page of Pentacles. Something I don't think this connection lasted, or even if it did, still here is the Page of Cups. This is like, it's sort of like it goes back to you. So do they still love you? I think they do. I just think they're not quite there yet. They trust. Yeah, sorry. Are they still in love with the collective of the group? Trust. In the beginnings. I hope I don't get in trouble. I'm I'm not allowed. It's like I'm having trouble with this. It's sort of like, sorry. I know YouTube has different things. Okay. Oof. And Sanctuary. One more. So I want to do one more. Shadow self. Yeah. Okay. So this is interesting to me. There's a sense of trust. I think there's a sense of innocence to you. This is sort of like the Deer for me. It's sort of like the innocence. There was a trust in you that you gave them. I feel like they have problems with abandonment, but also abundance. They have a sense of worry in terms of money. So that's something there for them as well, that possibly kept them away from you. There's a new beginning. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to show that. Sorry. And then there's a transition. I feel like the transition here, if you actually see, there's a sadness there. It seemed like they were, I felt like they were like excited about new beginnings, but they're not sure about this. I also feel like there's a sense, again, they don't allow themselves to express their feelings. Like I feel like they silence their own voice. And so this is why it's important that they actually want this Page of Swords here. Again, they're trying to cultivate that, because they were not able to express their emotions, their feelings for you, and that really bothers them to this day. Sanctuary. I feel like that's what you are, sort of like their sanctuary too. So funny. And then there's the shadow self. This is really what it is. You brought out the shadow self, and somehow they're trying to understand it. I feel like for some of you, there's like nighttime talks. They talk to you, and you talk to them, I feel like, as well. Healing the shadow self. This is actually quite, this is a strong connection here. The new beginnings, though, it might be that, do you want to see, what is this new beginnings doing, and what is this new beginnings we have? What is this new beginning? And I also want to see what's this transition. Pentacles, what is this transition? Yeah, the transition is like, it does seem like it was when they walked away, when they moved on, when they had the Eight of Cups. There was a sense here, the Two of Pentacles, I feel that's what they prompted. They're trying to find this balance. Again, there's a choice here. I keep like, there's a choice here with this other person, but they chose the other person. They chose that Page of Pentacles. And there's this transition. There's a sadness there. Like, I can see that there's a sadness there. I feel like most of this came about because they didn't really trust themselves. They didn't trust their own emotions. They didn't trust at all. They didn't. Let's see what. Let's see. Sorry, this is turning into a long one here. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And I feel like that was what like pulled them forward. They were like, you were getting to know each other. But then their separation comes. I think it scared them. And then we have the separation. Time apart is from your partners in the horizon, yes. Worth waiting for, though. We have that again. Divine timing is work here. So yeah, I do feel like there is a divine timing to do here. There is like that tower moment as well. Like, I think that was what really drove the thing here. We have engagement. So your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. They might have been engaged to somebody else, or maybe this might be in healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So that may be what, like, why they didn't really trust their heart. Maybe they had family issues. And engagement, maybe this is afterwards. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Let me just say, sort of like, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. I feel like their support, maybe they're asking their friends for help in this connection. I don't know. It's sort of, this could be the one. Yeah, you already met the romantic partner you seek. And so this could be the one, but they're not quite ready. There's like a reconciliation for some of you. Someone for your past is returning into your life. Yeah. What I'm going to say is this is a little more complicated. Oh, boy, do they feel like, I just feel like they didn't able to put it into words. So I'll give you all of me. That's sort of, because they didn't give you all of them before. Their mind was not there. I believe we have the remedy for each other's pains. I vow to be committed to you. Again, there's a sense of commitment coming through here. And believe me, not all these cards are positive. So seeing you talk to other people makes me insecure. Yep, there is a possibility. Yep, that, oh wow. Yeah, because this person, it does feel insecure. Talks bad about you to other people when they can't get their way. So that's something. They talk bad about you. So something. But I really feel like that's because that's to make themselves feel better. Do you regret pushing me away? It's funny because they actually are blaming you when I feel like it was them that pushed you away. No one can do it like you do it. You like you? Okay. I don't hate you, but you need to get your crap together. I feel like that might be for you to them. It's like, sorry. Given to me. Want me as bad as I desire you. Yeah, I do feel like they do want you. Like, it's a weird, like, this is a weird reading because it's sort of like, it didn't get off the ground. It doesn't feel like it got fully off the ground because this person ran away. It's like, why'd you do it? They mean nothing to me. Yeah, good. Okay. I really do feel like this other person is sort of like, I'm just scared. Yeah, and there's a fear because that's why they chose this Page of Pentacles. And it's funny because they could have gotten married and they could have like been with this person, but it's always you that they, like, in the end, it's always you. It's just so weird to me. It's like, oh. Oops, sorry, this is sort of like got a bit jubbly, so I'm trying to organize it. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, excuse my. Oh. I feel like you pushed my buttons on purpose. Yeah, so I feel like that. I assumed that was too much for you. Oh, look at that. I'll tell you my dreams and you tell me your dreams. Yes, there's like person, like they talk to you in their heads, or they talk to you emotionally. Loving me is hard, even for myself. Why isn't it for you? No, I have a lot of issues. Look at that. I need your help. Can you save me? Oof. And here it is. You can have my heart. Please don't shatter it. They were really hurt. I feel like they were hurt by this other, like, pentacle person. I've called out your name. Oh. That's not a good idea. Like, I think they've called out your name, and when they were with somebody else, that's not a good idea. And then I start to message you, but then I delete it. My nerves get to me. Wow, this person. Wow. Okay. For reals, the last one, it's Ori. I'm just like, this is fascinating to me. So I'm like, oh. And then I want to come home. Can I come home? I guess you're their home in many ways. And it's sort of like, I don't know. It's a complicated individual. But I can tell that they have very, like, strong feelings for you, because this doesn't, I can't, like, and it's funny because they're like, they don't express it explicitly, like they don't say it explicitly, but it's sort of there. Like, that's what I'm seeing here. It's sort of like, it's not something that they want to admit to themselves, or even, I still feel like they still worry with that Nine of Swords. They still don't trust it, but they're still hopeful for something better. Like for like, I feel like for some sort of reconciliation, they're hoping for it. But they still have a lot of healing to do. But what really gets to me, and like the feeling that the night there was but it's sort of like, it really is, it's all about you. It starts off with you and it ends with you. It's like, I almost feel like they start off their day thinking about you, and they end their day thinking about you. And they need to express it. I just feel like they need to express it. They just haven't been able to. So I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing, and go check out the community tab so you can vote on what reading I film for you. Yeah, what reading we record for you. So I'm so happy you are here. I was feeling very honored that I was able to do your reading. Thank you so much. And until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends.